Welcome. This is how I personally went $60 a cut, making about 6K a month, to 200 minimum, making well over 20,000 a month as a barber in less than 8 months. Presented by your man right here, Joel Thompson, coach. And my goal for you today is to provide you with everything you need to scale your barber business and get your first clients from social media immediately. Even if you never had clients come from a social media post and you never been paid high ticket. 100 plus, if you're like me, 200 a cut, and all the way up to 1,000 for a single haircut. And the strategies and methods you're about to discover are the exact same strategies that I used to grow my business from 6K a month to 28,000 behind the chair in less than 8 months. Now, I was in a basement in Ohio not long ago, and if I make this smaller, I thought I could. I was in the basement in Ohio, and I came all the way from Ohio to LA with this strategy, cutting people like Tusi, different celebrities. Not that you have to be a celebrity barber, but this is what the blueprint allowed. This is what the blueprint attracted to me, I should say. And if you stick with me to the end of this webinar, I'm going to give you guys a workbook handed out at the end. Just ask for it, and you'll be able to get all the slides, notes, everything we discuss, swipe files, templates, everything. And let's talk about who is this webinar for. Well, it's for caged barbers, people who feel like they're working a 9 to 5 and they're trapped and they want freedom. And this webinar is going to show you how you can win your time back, not only for yourself to get back on your fitness, your health, your personal growth, to have a life, right, with your family, but really it's for your people, your kids, the legacy you want to leave behind. Are you the guy who's always behind the shop, in the shop, behind the chair, 6 days a week? Because they spell love T-I-M-E. So people are going to feel like you don't love them if you don't figure this thing out. Or is it for kind of barbers? It's also for barbers who have a solid craft, but they don't really know anything about scaling a business, the algorithm on social media, and they're kind of diverging their focus to all this different things. This webinar is going to show you how to commit to one thing and scale to $20,000 months as a barber. It's also for struggling barber business owners, people who have a barbering business, but they're just struggling to get clients consistently. This webinar is going to show you how to bring in clients with predictability, and it's also for aware students. Students who are knowing the traditional path of going to college or getting a regular job is broken and not the right path for them. This webinar is going to show you how to scale a barber business. And it's also for successful barbers who are already successful but are looking to scale up to a high ticket price without breaking their business or playing like Russian roulette, where they sometimes do well on a price raise, sometimes they feel like they just broke their business and nobody's coming in and it got slow. This webinar is going to show you how to generate multiple high ticket clients every single week. So we're experiencing one of the most profound shifts in the hair industry. The barber industry is changing. So right now the market perceived value for a haircut, it's higher than it's ever been in history. And social media is what made it possible, because anyone really anywhere can attract a wide reaching market now. Instead of 5 to 10 minute radius where business cards and referrals and shop clients usually come, now we can put that old way to the side, realize it's not effective anymore. And the business cards, the walk-ins, if you're relying on that, that's a guaranteed way to stay broke. As of 2024, there's a high ticket barbering opportunity that is huge. Because of the incredible growth of the barber industry, barbers are now building online platforms and scaling or being left behind. I'm sure you guys have all seen the barber in the back of the shop who's preaching business cards still. And because of that, his income is the same every year. High ticket barbering is becoming more and more popular as it becomes more known, more common for individuals to discover barbers via social media. When I want to find a trainer, I go on Instagram, Miami trainer, LA barber, Texas tattoo artist. Okay, that's what's happening if you haven't noticed. And if you do not use this method, others in your city are stealing your clients because they're either using their brand to get your clients, or you are. And the internet has broken down the traditional walls. Typically, the main issue with most barbers is they can't really get to higher paying clients because they don't know how to market or how to get new clients. And they'll limit themselves to that 5 to 10 mile radius. And right now you're probably getting those walk-ins or referrals. And if that's the case, there's no way you're getting clients that come in and want to pay you $150, $200 haircuts like they did for me, because you're not reaching that wide-reaching market. People used to drive hours to come see me because they found me on social media and they valued and trusted the brand. And we'll be using channels like Instagram, TikTok to attract those high-ticket clients to your brand, to your craft, that value you way more than a walk-in ever could. So the combination of these three forces coming together, that means now is the perfect time to start your online barbering business. And premium pricing, a wide-reaching market, systems and structure, and a barber blueprint. This is probably what you guys are thinking right now, is who is this Joel guy and why should I listen to him? And that's a good question. So I want to share a quick story with you guys and explain who I am and what I do. I'm 26. I retired from barbering. I'm a multiple six-figure celebrity barber by trade and a coach by purpose. And I'm living in Miami, Florida. And in 8 months, I took my barber business from $6K a month, $60 for a haircut, to $200 minimum and $28,000 a month behind the chair. Never been done. Don't think it will ever be done. But I'm setting my mind to helping you to be the next success story. So my first year in business is a lot more relatable of a story. I grew up in a poor town, single mom raising 4 boys. I was extremely poor, or embarrassed about being what I thought was poor. And I thought I wouldn't be successful in life because of those circumstances. I thought I didn't have any special talents or what it took to be successful. And any money I had from my childhood, I would always bet it on myself. And I tried getting a job. My mom would tell me to get a job, go back to school. I dropped out of college. And I tried drop shipping. I tried Amazon FBA, having a media agency, like a lawn care business. I was doing all kind of hustles. And it wasn't until, these were some dark times, and I actually fell into a depression. I couldn't get out of bed every day. I was in a moldy, flooded basement that when I woke up, my feet would get wet. My socks would be soaked. And one day I woke up and there was a cockroach. It was really a water bug crawling on my forehead. I woke up, smacked it off my face, and I'm like, nah, bro, I can't stay here. I'm dipping up out of here. I'm getting out of this situation. I'm better than this. I shouldn't be in this basement with bugs crawling on my face. And that was my alarm clock in life. And if you guys are stuck right now, it's probably because you haven't had a freaking water bug crawl on your face to wake you up in the morning. But I hope that you have one through this video. This is what hit me. Out of my darkest hour came my biggest breakthrough. So instead of working a hard college job that I hated, why not build a business around something I actually have a passion for? And self-improve myself along the way. And in came my barber journey. This is 2015, 16, and 17. And the path that we should walk in life is between the calling of our conscience and the pain of regret. And so I decided to follow my conscience and avoid the pain of regret and chase my dreams. And in 2017, I took a one-way trip to California, and that exposed me to a 10.0 life completely different than anything I ever saw. And I went from that $20 haircut to 35 in my first barbershop. Now at this point, I'm taking walk-ins. You guys are familiar with how it is as a barber when you rely on referrals. I didn't really know how to identify those underlying hair problems, like a receding lineup or a patchy beard or a push down or customizing a haircut to a client's head shape. And I wasn't able to promote that on social media and solve how I solved them in detail. So because of this lack of skill, lack of understanding of the new way to do things, I wasn't able to maintain those clients I was getting. I would get referrals and then they would never come back. My retention rate was terrible. And at this point I was stressed out because my only income I had to rely on was the barbershop. I relied on the shop for all my walk-ins and all my income, and it was inconsistent and unpredictable. And the clients I had didn't tip me. If I charged $35, they would give me $35. They used to literally give me like dollars, like $3 as a tip. And I never retained them. And they would chair hop. I would come into the shop and see the guy I cut 2 weeks ago in someone else's chair. And I would always pretend like that didn't bother me. But I would have this pit in my stomach. Like, dude, if I don't figure this out, I'm going to be stuck forever. it was a fear I had. Like, what if I stay stuck at $35 a haircut and I never make it? And because I had that fear, my income stayed stuck and I could never raise my prices. And this is the old way. Shop clients, relying on the shop's walk-in flow and previous clients and referrals for clientele. And my idea of making a lot of money was working a lot of hours. And I offered a ton of different services: shears, beards, baldies. I would do facials. I was trying to do like a million different things, and I was not good at any of them. And I was doing as many haircuts as I could every day. And the problem solution style, the 20K Barber blueprint, is all about problem solution, solving in the chair to a higher paying marketplace. So imagine they pay you way more for a haircut because you solve the problem for their haircut better than any barber ever has. This is the new way, and I'm now introducing the 20K Barber blueprint. This is where you see your problem solution as a magnet, and it's gold, and all the potential clients are waiting to have that problem solved, no matter the price on the link in your bio. And this is the new way where less is more. You just offer a simple 1 to 3 services because simplicity is genius. And you keep a simple process of products and tools, and you leave new clients dumbfounded with joy and gratitude in their decision to do business with you. And you do as little amount of haircuts in a day as possible. And before I retired, you guys, I was only doing 2 or 3 haircuts a day because I was getting paid up to $300 for a haircut, a simple haircut, because I had built that level of a business. And so I was able to have almost $1,000 a day every day off of just 3 haircuts. So this is what my journey turned into. I moved to LA with the intention of becoming a top LA barber. On the Barber hashtag LA Barber, I wanted to own it. And that's exactly what I did. Do you guys know the one service that allowed me to scale? Laying down the waves with a clean blend and sharp lineup. And guys, this brought me my first ever 6 figures. In a year, from behind the chair, was 4 to 5 clients a day. And literally all I was showcasing was this service right here. The waves treatment, the blow dryer and the hot towel. This right here, this tool from Babyliss, and the blow dryer combined with the do-rag. And then the same exact service later that year brought me my first $20,000 months. 4 to 5 clients a day, about $167 per haircut, 30 times a week. You guys got to know your numbers so that you can get the success needs to recognize you, but you also have to recognize success. And better known beats best. So short form video content is taking over, and it's your chance to get known and get your business known, because you could be the best barber, but if no one knows you, you're going to get outperformed by the guy who's going viral. And so my Instagram owned the LA tag, and I turned into my client conversion to 10 plus new $150 clients a week. And for the first time, I had full control of my business, and I was getting new clients week on week with consistency. And this is my transition to multiple 6 figures in barbering. First, I had no high ticket clientele, and I was broke, no clients, struggling to pay booth rent, and I was literally living cut to cut. And walking to the shop every day with doubts in my head about if this is even the right career choice, if I shouldn't have been a barber. I would tell my mom, I think I made the wrong decision. And she told me, Joel, you got to make your faith stronger than your fear. And that voice has to be stronger every time when you wake up every day. So I would say affirmations to build my faith. And it wasn't long until it all came true. And in 2021, I made $220,000 in a calendar year behind the barber chair. And just to show you guys the inspiration of the first time you've probably ever seen a barber make that much income, let alone show it. This is not only my bank statements, $22,000, also my QuickBooks, another month, $24,000, and my tax returns, $220,000 on my tax return. Now this is when I knew I had something special, when I got that result. And so then I set out on a journey to teach it to others. And this is my client, Rodri Cuts. So he has a video testimony that I'd like to show you guys. He was able to raise his price.
He was actually barber local downtown, and I visited him a couple weeks into me actually beginning to cut hair. Super inspirational. He actually gave me some materials myself, gave me a lot of advice when it comes to cutting hair and how to attack the game. We stayed in connect from there, and then eventually actually did do one-on-one mentorship, which really led to a lot of success.
Boom. And he was able to raise his price from charging 20 a cut in the garage all the way to 80 a cut, making over 100K from his own apartment suite. And he built 32,000 real followers on the gram. And if you want to scale to 20K a month as a barber, you got to master these three things: a specific haircut, demand, and supply for this specific service. And you have to create viral content of that strength daily. So there's a book called The One Thing by Gary Keller. And if you haven't read it, it's just a simple concept of whatever you do for this one thing, everything else falls into place. So as a barber, the three main things you got to do is this: specific haircut, build the demand, and create viral content. And when you do these three things, it will separate you from the rest of the pack, the rest of barbers in 2024, because it's a bloody red ocean right now. Everybody's making content in the barber industry. You have to stand out now at this point. And the way to do that, the one thing you need is to get bookings on demand with consistency. And these are some of the different services that you could offer as a barber: Hollywood haircuts, texture shear work, designs and artwork. You could be a specialist at beards. You could even be a facials, black mask, hot towel specialist. Or you could be someone who does color, right? These are all different brands, different lanes. And each of these barbers, because they chose that one thing, they are getting top dollar because they're masters. And number two, when it comes to building that supply and demand, your goal is to be the first barber to pop up on your Instagram when people search barbers in your city. So if you go on your IG and you type in Texas barber, Chicago barber, Illinois, if you type in Memphis barber, New Jersey barber, or even your city, right? Like a specific city, Houston, Texas barber, you should be the first one. You should be all over that hashtag. And stripping complexity, you should wake up with bookings every single day because your content is being seen on the Explore page and people are booking appointments while you sleep. Because a lot of barbers, they're not focused on the one thing. They have complexity in their business and they're passing out cards. They're doing all this extra stuff. And then lastly, creating viral content of this strength daily. And you want to gain as much attention to your one thing as possible. And then you just convert this new attention into followers. And then eventually those followers, they get warmed up. Your Instagram is like a cold pool. And the longer they stay in the pool, the warmer the pool gets. And as the temperature in the pool rises, it turns into a hot tub. And my Instagram was a hot tub. It was like the suds and the jets. You turn the jets on, and everybody started booking. They went from cold to warm. I warmed them up over time through my daily posting on my story, my feed, and I was attracting not only followers, but high-ticket clients through social media content. This is a picture of me back in 2019, 18. And this is me a few years later. A complete predictable system for attracting 10 plus new high-ticket clients every single week. That took me from the basement in Ohio to cutting superstars in Beverly Hills, getting paid up to $1,000 a haircut. And this allowed me to absolutely murk the barber industry in a few short years. And I joined Babelist Pro, the education team, and I was paid to be a speaker on stages. I flew all over the world to speak on stage with the best clipper company in the world. I got to pay to cut celebrities in Beverly Hills, and there's just a few of them. I cut NFL, NBA, I cut Gucci Mane, I cut like a lot of big names. And also these guys you see here I have actual content of. And then I was able to travel around the world, right?
Stop giving me.
So imagine that. Like imagine that's your life as a barber versus most guys in the back of the shop, out of shape, with a hunchback, mouth breathing, and relying on the shop, and the owner is giving him trouble because he's yelling at him for trying to use his ring light and hasn't figured it out. No, I was in my own studio and I was living my dream life. I also have been able to take care of my mom. So my mom, I gave her a 6-month vacation this year, and my real goal is to retire my mother. That's my why. Of, aside from being the best version of me and becoming the version of me that I admire, I grew up without my father, and I watched my mom struggle, and I hated seeing her cry. And so my real goal is to take care of my mom, and that's what I've been able to do with barbering. And at this stage now, I've decided to go all in because it's way bigger than me now. Now I moved to Miami, and I'm a full-time coach. So I was able to get a nice high-rise apartment here in Miami. I'm in Bayside. And every 3 months we host an in-person mastermind, and you'll be able to come stay in a Miami Brickell penthouse with top entrepreneurs and barbers with the same goals as you. And this one is what we have here in June coming up. It's a penthouse in Brickell, and it's not just my results. We have students with only 300 followers. Danon was able to scale to $15K a month, and he's in Birmingham, Alabama, and he was making $2K a week, had no idea how to grow his brand or his content, and now my guy makes $5K weeks. He literally shared that he makes $5K weeks in our first year working together. And just to remind you, he has less than 300 followers. You can look up this Instagram account and see that it's possible for you. KZ, on the other hand, he's someone who has a ton of followers. He has 600,000 on TikTok now. When he joined the program, he had less than 50. And he now also is making 5K weeks, both through the TikTok Creator Fund as well as Behind the Chair. And then we have Twist, who's all the way up to 18,000 a month. He's had his first $4,960 week. And when he joined, he was making less than like 12K. So we were able to add 6K to his monthly revenue in just a couple months working together. And we have hundreds of these type of testimonials. And these are the three things you need: market dominance, social proof, market dominance, and systems. So for a social proof, it's about mastering a specific service and haircut. BAM, B-A-M, that is brand authority mastery. 2, you need to create content around your brand authority mastery to build an audience. And then systems, you need to have a back-end system so that everything looks professional and you retain as many clients as possible. And imagine yourself 3 years from now. Remember me in my mom's basement in Ohio to cutting celebrities in Beverly Hills. That's the change I was able to make. You guys only need 25 people to make 6 figures a year cutting hair. If they pay you roughly $80 a cut, excluding the tip, right? With tip, this is going to round out to $100K a year. I want you to write that down if you didn't know. That's what's possible for you. And those same 25 people, if they paid you double, $160 per week, you would make $200,000 a year behind the chair. Now, at this point in the webinar, you guys have 2 options. So look, bro, you can either go at it alone, spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to figure this stuff out and getting frustrated and wasting years of your life. And that's not the right way to go about it. Or you can learn the proven system from us, who not only have done it, but we're actually masters of it and the best in the world at it. You can't name a barber that has had the results that I have had in such a short amount of time, not only for myself, but for others. And everyone in this webinar today, I want to present you something special: the 20K Barber Inner Circle community. Everything you need to grow your business from $60 a cut to $200 a cut, from 6K a month to 20K a month in under 8 months. It's an online coaching community that goes over everything in detail to scale a successful barbering business. So I've recorded pre-recorded videos, worksheets, templates, swipe files, everything you need to shortcut your success by years. And these videos are pre-recorded. You can watch them from anywhere in the world, and it's designed to change you, your life, and your financial future forever. And it's a community of like-minded people who share the same passion for success like nothing you've ever seen before. Our students are winning. And what's the investment is your next question. Well, first let me tell you what you're going to get. 20K Barber community is allowing you to ask questions, get help from others, practice membership, practice this training with other people, have an accountability partner, get emotional support when you're down. And it's not your typical training. It's the byproduct of years of work and absolute mastery. I literally dedicated my entire life to mastering this blueprint and teaching it to others. And let's put in perspective and do the math. So there's a disturbing cost of going at this alone. Trying to figure out this information to get your barber business set up the right way could take you years of your life, and you might not figure it out at all. And you'd have to try hundreds of things on your own with no idea whether it does or doesn't work. And it'd be painful trial and error. And to build a support network and community of people like this is going to take you a long time, probably impossible to do, right? So with the true cost of that, what it would take to achieve this, tens of thousands of dollars in years of time, and it might not even be possible. I really don't see how you would get a support system like what we have here, unless you summarize everything you get here, complete done with you setup of your content to build your business, a step-by-step walkthrough on how to set up and scale your content, to own your city's hashtags, get 10 plus new clients, and build your brand to attract clients with video tutorials each step of the process, point A to Z, how to create the cover of where it looks like the barber's client's lineup is pushed back and he's got the tool placed here, and then the other side is overgrown and it's clickbait. You want to click and see what it is, the cover before the video. That's we're going to teach you the secrets behind everything, and also the psychology behind the click. Like, why is it important to do that for each type of canvas that's in your chair? For a beard client, the overgrown neck beard cover, there's different types and there's reasons behind each one. And not only just the content side, but converting clients, and how to be an elite image consultant so you actually get real results. You're going to learn the algorithm and how that works so you can grow your social media and generate more clients for your high ticket barber business. And effectively, we're just marketing your one thing to your audience so you can make 20K plus even with a small following. And then accountability, weekly non-negotiable tasks that you need to follow, a private support group of people with the same journey as you, and weekly live mentorship calls inside of a private group. 24/7 support access with me, the guy who actually paved the way for high ticket barbering along the way. And here's a video from our mastermind, a testimonial from our guy Vincent. I might fast forward. Let's see.
Yo, so Vincent Fisher, this was my first mastermind experience with Joel. I met Joel like 2 years ago. He's like, yo, if you're in LA and you need a cut, hit me. And since then, we just topped it off. So this is definitely the first but the best mastermind I've been to. And, you know, I got a lot of value out of it too, being around, you know, 8-figure entrepreneurs. And I'm definitely coming to the next one. So thanks to Joel and thanks to the team.
Boom. And that was a footage from our very first mastermind event. Right here we have another clip, and this is from a student in the program who had just joined and is now up to $18,000 a month. This might not be the correct link though, but our student Twist is already at $18,000 a month. And then we have I want to send an elevator back down. So this is your chance to get these same results. I'm going to do something special for everybody that's here today. I'm offering the first few people who sign up to get this entire system for the lowest price this program will ever be ever again. And let's make this investment even more valuable with bonuses. So the first bonus is a one-on-one call with me directly to set up your content and a strategy, custom implementation plan for your business with you so you can start making money ASAP and learn from the expert in the field with a proven blueprint so you can get to making money instantly. You can ask questions during the call and get one-on-one guidance from me. And really, it's a strategy call to implement this thing to you. Next is you're going to get access to the live mentorship calls. So because you're on this webinar, you have access to all these bonuses, getting your questions answered, and free admission ticket to our 3-day mastermind in June. Now these tickets to these events are thousands of dollars, depending if you get general admission, VIP, platinum access. But with this mentorship, you will access this for free. And lastly is the bonus number 4, viral video blueprint. You're gonna learn how to go not only viral on social media, but also convert high ticket clients in your one thing so that it sells itself. But the bad news is not everybody here gets these exclusive bonuses. These bonuses are for people who act fast, and it's a risk-free guarantee. If you go through this program And if you watch the content, complete the content, the steps, and you take action, you should be getting multiple, like 10 plus, 5 plus new clients a week from social media, and a price increase and an income increase within the 4 months. It is 4 months to work together. And in case, I offer a personal service guarantee. So if you don't get your first price increase and see a ton of new clients and a ton of new social media followers and clientele, personally, I will work with you until you do. And what this means, guys, this risk-free guarantee is basically you'll have access to the program, the calls, and the modules, the full 20K Barber Blueprint coaching program, until you get results. And here's what you're going to get access to, just to summarize everything: a complete done with you setup of your new high ticket barber business. This is massive value. 4 months mentorship inside the community with access to me 24/7, massive value. Social media marketing masterclass, how to go viral in 2024 when every barber is posting now. How are you going to stand out? Massive value. High ticket barber training. This is how we're going to teach you how to convert off of the viral videos. Like, what is it that sets your video apart so you're not just getting views and trying to be famous, but people see your video and say, oh, I want to pay that person. I don't care what it costs. And they click the link in your bio and book, whether it's 50, 70, 90, 100, 150, 200, $1,000 I've got paid for haircuts. And lastly, you get a one-on-one call with me. Once this offer is done, you won't be able to have this, right? I'm one man, so how many people can I do one-on-ones with? Fast action bonus takers only. And weekly calls with me, live mindset Q&As and content calls, and also the ticket to the boot camp in Miami. Now you have an excuse to come to Miami. This easily I could charge $20,000 for. This is so valuable, but it's not $20,000. And you can also finance this if you live in the US or Canada. You can use Klarna to pay up to 36 months for as low as like a couple hundred a month. I think the plan gives you 36 months, which if you average it out is like a super low monthly payment. And let's talk about results also, because I don't think anybody's created this level of success for themselves and others in the same time. And my results, I started as a college dropout, completely broke, no diploma, no advantages working for me. And I came to a new city with no clients and scaled to $220,000 at 23 years old. But that's just my results. Let's talk about what I've done for my clients, right? We've helped over 300 barbers to grow their content, brand, and income. We literally have hundreds of testimonials. These are the videos that I was going to show. So we have Esteban.
Hey, what's going on, man? My name is Esteban Lesmes. I'm the owner of Dynasty Barbershop. Prior to working with Joel, man, I was a business owner, had some success. I was doing good, but I wanted to get to a next level. And I didn't have nobody around me being that owner of that barbershop. Joining this community, man, has put me around a team of barbers that are all focused on empowering themselves, becoming the best version of themselves, and acquiring actual skill sets and knowledge to help take my business to a whole new level. So what I used to think was big is no longer big, man. I've expanded my vision. I'm so grateful for this community. I'm looking forward to all the good things to come, man. Let's go.
Oh, man.
What is the people that have allowed me to grow friendships?
So that was Esteban, right? Now we have Justin. Justin's in Orlando.
As people are on this momentum of faith, people are on this momentum of in the program, and who continues to come out and show their best every day. It is a transforming program. It is a mental lifting program. It is a spiritual lifting. What's the word, man?
Okay, cool. What's up, y'all? My name.
Word, man. I wouldn't not do it again. Like, I would do it again, basically.
Okay, cool. What's up, y'all? My name is Josiah Corker, and man, working with Joel has put me in a financial position that I've never been in before. As far as mentality and mindset, man, this mastermind has by far been one of the most impactful things that I've dealt with in my whole entire life. If there's anybody who's on the fence who's been seeing it and don't really know if it's real or not, it's as real as the blood pumping through your veins, man. I feel invigorated right now. So like I said, man, one of the things I actually learned today is that the people who make the most money in the room invest the most in themselves. So don't be afraid to bet on you. Mastermind experience.
All right, you can tell everybody was pretty nervous to be put on camera. I think it's funny watching their videos, but these are just a few of the testimonials from our first mastermind in person. So you can really start to see the results and the experience that our students are having. And that's just the start. That's literally the beginning. I don't even hide behind this camera or this computer either. I'm in person with it. And everybody who joins this program can come out to Miami and meet me. And we have in-person masterminds that you can be a part of for free if you take this offer. And it doesn't stop here, by the way, because everybody who makes six figures can come with me on a yacht for the day. And this is a picture of me on a yacht with my mentor. And because of that, I'm now getting into the same exact thing. I like yachts and I like success. So if you like yachts and success, then you can, once you get results, fly out to Miami and I'll take care of you. And our community eats, breathes, and sleeps success. And that's why no other coaching program matches these type of results. And you'll see our students are getting 8, 10, 15, 20K per month, right? Like with consistency. Each of these students, Esteban, KZ, Valencia Cuts, if you follow him, Roger Cuts, and so many more. And just to give you guys a breakdown again of what you're getting, it's a complete done with you setup of your high ticket barber business. So you don't got to figure none of this out. I mean, this is so valuable. 4 months of mentorship and social media marketing masterclasses, high ticket barber trainings, so that you're learning how to not only go viral, but what makes a client decide to buy a high ticket service. Because a man who spends all day working has no time to make money. So I want to show you guys how to win your time back. Free up your time so you're not trading your time for money all day, every day. And we're going to do that on this one-on-one strategy call. We're going to do that on these weekly live calls and in this in-person event. This could easily be $20,000, but it's not $20,000. And you can finance it by paying later with Klarna, for those of you who are able to use Klarna. And I can't stress this point enough. I've spent literally $50,000 on training. And even just the last couple of years, I've invested myself that much. And I've read over 100 books easily. I've burned multiple years of my life trying to figure this shit out. And you have to face the truth. Life could go one of three ways. You could not do anything and stay where you are, which most people do, most barbers. You could try to start alone and struggle for years, which some people do. And then you could, those both are not the way to go. You could scale your barber journey with the best community and mentors and become a 1%er. And this is the proof in client results that is truly unheard of. So the time to act is now. Someday is a disease that takes your dreams to the grave with you. Just remember, sometimes the smallest decisions can change your life forever, because I was that kid in the basement in Ohio. This look on his face was quiet desperation. Most barbers are leading a life of quiet desperation. And sometimes the smallest decisions can change your life forever. And it's your time. Let's do this together. If you came this far, it means that you're driven, you know, and if I see something in you, then I will be open to getting on a call with you to discuss how we can work together. There's multiple ways, and you can shoot me a DM. Let me know that you've watched the call and that you are serious about taking that next step to work together. And if that's the case, I'm stoked for it, and I'll see you guys on the inside.